Hello, Dr. Matthew.
Hi, Rosie.
It is so good to have you here.
Indeed, it's so good to be here, and I'm looking forward to our time together.
Please tell us what obstructive sleep apnea syndrome is.
Obstructive sleep apnea syndrome is a syndrome that is quite often undiagnosed. It happens during sleep when the muscles that support the soft tissues in your throat, such as your tongue and the soft palate, temporarily relax. When these muscles relax in sleep, your airway is narrowed or closed and breathing is momentarily cut off. It can result in oxygen levels in the body decreasing to dangerous levels, and it can result in you getting aroused from a state of deep sleep to a state of superficial sleep. When this happens periodically, like what happens is, when the oxygen level goes low in your body, your brain triggers an alarm response whereby you tend to wake up a little more so that the relaxation of the muscles is reversed and your upper airways open up a little more to allow more oxygen into your lungs. But this happens during sleep. You are not even aware that you are going from a state of deep sleep to a state of superficial sleep. And these cycles keep happening on and off during sleep, which can be dangerous for you, for your brain, and for your other organs.
This sounds really serious.
Yes, indeed. This is a serious condition, and unfortunately, it is often missed or undiagnosed for a pretty long time because clinicians have not had enough of training or have not had the required resources to even think of or diagnose this serious condition.
What can we do to diagnose and treat this?
The first step is to suspect that a patient may be having OSA, and for that there is something called as the Stopbank questionnaire, and I will ask my team to just read out what it means and what are the things that you need to look for.
This is the Stopbank Sleep Apnea Questionnaire.
Do you snore loudly? Is it louder than talking or loud enough to be heard through closed doors?
Do you often feel tired, fatigued, or sleepy during the daytime?
Has anyone observed that you stop breathing during your sleep?
Do you have or are you being treated for high blood pressure?
The Stopbank questionnaire is a clinically designed and scientifically validated tool to diagnose the chances of you having obstructive sleep apnea syndrome. Stop. S means snore, T means feeling tired, O means observed, anyone observing you stopping breathing during your sleep, and P is for pressure, for high blood pressure. What about the bang? If you have a BMI more than 35, if your age is more than 50, if your neck circumference is more than 16 inches or 40 centimeters, and if your gender is a male, so that is the BMI, age, neck, and gender comes the bang. So when you have these answers in a yes-no format, and if you have a total score which is more than 5, there is a high risk of OSA or obstructive sleep apnea. That means if the yes in this Stopbank is from 5 to 8, there is a high risk of OSA. There is an intermediate risk of OSA if your scores are between 3 to 4. And there's a low risk of obstructive sleep apnea if your scores are between 0 and 2.
So, Dr. Matthew, what should one do if one has a score of 5 or above on the Stopbank Sleep Apnea Questionnaire?
If the Stopbank questionnaire results show that you are likely to have obstructive sleep apnea syndrome, the next step to do is to get a sleep study done. At a hospital, we arrange for a sleep study to be done either at your own home or at a hospital at very nominal charges. This sleep study test will help us to accurately pinpoint the various levels of sleep that you are going through, the effects of oxygen deprivation on your heart and your various other body systems, how much of oxygen saturation is going up or down, pulse rate variability, and lots of other data which help us to design a treatment plan for your obstructive sleep apnea syndrome.
Thank you, Dr. Matthew. I am sure that all those who are listening have been blessed. Thank you, Ashok One Hospital team, for being ever ready to serve the people of Mumbai and India.
Thank you, and God bless you too.